Everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody. Hi guys, my name is Zodwa Gaga and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be a life update. We're just gonna hang, we're just gonna sit back, and I'm gonna share some reflections and realizations I've had over the past month. I've not recorded in a while, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not sorry, because it was for myself and for my own mental health, I guess, and nothing tops that. Nothing is more of a priority than that. And I am glad to be back, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy this life update. Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you love the hair. I love the hair. I cannot get over this hair, guys. I hope it looks as good on camera as it does like in real life, because it looks really good. Okay, so why did I disappear for about a month? I am an avid, is that the right word? I'm an avid believer in being true to self. And we're living in an age and an era and a time whereby so many people are happy online, and offline is a completely different story. It's chalk and cheese. And I've made a promise to myself, even long before this break period, that I never want to be online what I'm not offline. Those two sides of me need to correlate. I need to be as happy online as I am offline. Actually, I want to be even happier offline than I am online. And about a month ago, I was starting to feel like I'm losing excitement for life. I'm losing excitement for waking up in the morning. Dinglamdu guys, now I just want to wake up and be happy and look forward to the day and be happy about everything that I'm going to be doing and look forward to everything. And I woke up one time and I realized, but wait, no man, I've been feeling like I've been dragging my feet out of the bed in the morning. I'm not having any kind of excitement for anything that I'm doing, and it started bothering me. And I just took time out in my head to try to trace what was going on. And when I did eventually, I spoke to two people. One was my mentor, was my mentor. And I said to him, look, this is what is going on. And he explained to me what is possibly happening and how it happened in his own life and what he did to get over that. And then I spoke to my sister, one of my 4 sisters, and she was like, okay, this was what the problem was. The problem I had identified was I am doing work. I'm doing different kinds of work. In our business, we're doing different kinds of work. And there's this certain type of work that I found was draining my energy. It was really taking away so much zeal and energy. And it was even taking away from what I actually, the side of the business that I actually enjoy and really love doing. And then the second person I spoke to was my sister, and she's like, hey Zot, no one else is going to give you the money that you're getting for doing these things. Do what you must. I was like, she's definitely not the right person to talk to concerning this. That is not the school of thought I want to hear right now. But the previous person that I had spoken to had obviously, his thoughts on the matter had resonated with my line of thinking. So I was like, I understood him. And then my sister was like, do what you got to do. Doesn't matter if you're happy. I was like, no, it does matter. I must be happy. Nonetheless, I was just marinating all of these thoughts and these realizations, but I don't want to be doing this. And then I kept asking myself questions about, if you don't want to be doing it, then why are you doing it? And obviously, one of the biggest reasons for me doing it that I realized was income. I was like, well, it's bringing in money. But if it's bringing in money and it is draining you energy, draining your energy? Is it really worth it? Then those thoughts were really just sinking in deep. And all of those thoughts led to, I don't even know how it came about, but something said, I don't even think I had even heard of the term before, but something said, look up hustle culture. And then I looked up hustle culture, and then I watched a few videos. But as I'm watching these videos, I'm like, I don't like your tone, mister. Why are you being personal? Excuse me, why are you being rude? Excuse me, why are you talking about me in your video? You know, it was that kind of experience for me. I was watching these videos on hustle culture, and I was like, these people are so rude. How do they know about my life? Because I felt so personally attacked in a lot of them. I don't think I have been drowning in the hustle culture, but there are definitely aspects of the hustle culture that I identified in my own life. And when I had that realization, it led to an even more, a deeper introspection about, okay, wait, what have we been operating from? Now, get me clear, understand this. I love working. I don't know why. I love working, especially when I get my hands on anything that I feel is purpose related, anything that I feel is aligned with where I am supposed to be going and what I'm supposed to be doing. I will throw myself at it. I absolutely love working. I do think I inherited a strong work ethic from my mother, because my mother was a beast in her day. My grandmother was a beast in her day. I started working very early. I was 16 years old when I first had my job in Ireland, and I was working very long hours, and I was going to school at the same time. So I have built a strong work ethic over the years, and there's a bit that I think I have inherited as well. So when I land upon work that I love doing, working comes so easily to me, and I enjoy it. But I was looking at these hustle culture videos. I was like, no man, it can't into unhealthy upper. There's a lot of underlying discoveries that I need to make concerning myself and how I work. What am I working from? Guys, that's where the problem started. In my time of introspection, I came to realize that I've been working from a place of fear. I've been working from a place of scarcity. What do I mean by that? I'm an entrepreneur. I come up with solutions. I don't have a guarantee of income. Literally, I don't have a job where I know for sure whether I pitch up for work, whether I don't pitch up for work, that I'm going to get a salary. I don't have that. And I think somewhere, but it was so into the subconscious or so well hidden that you really have to take time out for you to realize them. Had I not taken this time out, I don't think I would have seen anything abnormal about how I was working. But as I was reflecting, I was realizing there is a fear in me, or there was rather a fear in me of, if I don't work hard, if I don't work my brains out, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and there's not going to be any income. If I don't work myself to the bone, I don't have any backup system that's going to ensure a roof over our head, food on our plate, or clothes on our back. That's the operating system I was functioning from. And at that time, I wasn't realizing. I was just working and happy to be working. And it was such an eye-opener to realize that I was operating from fear. Now, I'm a born-again believer. So realizing that I've been working from a place of fear didn't sit well with me. I'm like, what have I been professing with my mouth? What am I say, I trust God, but my work has been reflecting the complete, okay, not my work, but the place I was working from is speaking of something completely different. And then my husband and I, in the beginning of the year, had decided that we wanted to really make a huge sacrificial offering. And we had one base reason of why we were doing it, but I think on top of that, we had individual reasons of why we were going to do that. And one of my reasons was I wanted to be sure that mammon has no stronghold over me. I wanted to know, and this now is coming out in all of this reflection, but part of my reason for my seed, or for our seed, was that I don't depend on money. I don't depend on how hard I work, but I completely depend on God. And for me, I believe that the seed was the only way that I could have really solidified that look, I'm not going to hold on to money. I'm not going to hold on to possession. I'm going to give this sacrificial seed and really say to God and say to my flesh and say to my fears, I don't depend on how hard you work. I don't depend on mammon. I don't depend on money. My ultimate source is God. And really, we did that, and it not overnight, but really since that time, since we've given the seed and since I've had these reflections and these realizations, it's like I have a new approach to work completely. It's like I have a new understanding. The pace feels different. The perspective feels different. I'm not rushed because I fear that if I don't, then it won't. If I don't. Guys, I was like, let's. I was like, I never prioritized anything above work. Anything. I never prioritized anything above. It's like, how do you, if you're mental health attorney, we must work. If you're rest attorney, we must work. You know, like I was that girl, we must work. And I thank God that I was brought to a place where I just had to pause and certain realizations came my way. And when I was thinking of how then am I going to resurface, because then I had this anxiety of, okay, this is the operating system I know and I've known, I think, since I've been an entrepreneur, which is over 5 years. How do I then, with the realizations that I've had and the reflections that I've had, how do I then resurface as a new and improved person? And I was worried because I know that I'm not going to wake up and be like, I'm a completely different person. I complete from a place of abundance and what. I understand that I have learned these behaviors and they're stuck in my system, but it's going to take time to unlearn. So there was a bit of an apprehension sort of for me to come back. I was like, Ish, I don't want to repeat the same mistakes. I don't want to show up in the way that I did before and fall into the same trap. So I am a work in progress when it comes to hustle culture. And if anybody doesn't know what hustle culture is the culture of work. And it is surrounding us on our television screens, it's surrounding us on our social media screens, it is everywhere. And I was a huge follower, I still am, of one of the pioneers of hustle culture in our age, which is Gary Vaynerchuk. Love Gary. And even Gary has kind of evolved. He's not as extreme as he used to be. He's communicating a more balanced message than what he was when I started following him. So being surrounded by those messages about Gary Vaynerchuk and others, you know, I became consumed with just working. And in that, I think I worked on top of insecurities and fears, and that's the place that I was working from. But God is faithful, and I'm just even grateful for the ability and the vulnerability and the sincerity to be able to say, okay, no, we've been doing it wrong, baby girl. We've been doing it wrong, because I could be a person who has been doing it wrong, realizes or is shown by God I believe that you've been doing it wrong, honey, and you're like, no, I'm still going to continue and be closed to the idea of unlearning and relearning. So I'm just really grateful to even have the opportunity to, on the heart, to receive that kind of realization, correction, and for me to go forward with a better perspective, with a better mindset, and operating from a place that is not fearful. Operating from a place that is not fearful. And like I said, one of the only things that was really going to help me do that was that sacrificial seed that we decided to give. And I am at a really good place. I am able to sit here and record and shoot a video because I'm happy. I'm happy online. I'm happy offline. I know who I am. I know where I am. I know what I want to do, and I know what I don't want to do. And it's an ever evolving journey. I might find myself in this very same place a year from now, and that'll mean I'm being introduced to another process of growth, which I'm always open to and welcoming of. This was a learning experience, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I operated from that place. It is part of my story. It is part of my journey. And I would not have this understanding, this realization, had I not gone through that. There are things to be learned in that ideology. There are definitely successes in my life that I have now that are a result of working hard. So working hard is not, I'm not demonizing it. There are real successes that come out of working hard, and I'm an advocate for working hard. I love working hard, but I think the real demon behind hustle culture is the mindset you are functioning from. It's the operating system you're functioning from. Because now I'm thinking I could be working, even now with my reformed mind and ideology about work, I could be working as hard as I did before, but the main differentiating factor would be what I'm operating from. I could be working the same hours, I could be working with the same vigor, but I'm no longer operating from fear. And when I'm not operating from fear, I am not fearful of taking time out. I'm not fearful of resting. I'm not fearful of taking a day to myself to pamper myself. I'm not fearful. I can. So I think really the thing we need to investigate behind hustle culture is the mentality that we are working from. It's the operating system that we are working from. Is it fear, or is it, I don't know, I don't know what. But what I know for sure now is that I'm no longer working from fear. I'm working from purpose. I'm working from abundance. I'm working from joy. I'm working from happiness. Happiness is such a huge thing for me. I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be happy in everything that I'm doing. So I do hope this has helped one or two of you. If you are finding yourself asking these questions about hustle culture, please feel free to converse with me more about this topic. But if you are a hard worker like myself, I hope that you are working from a place that is not fear, because the opposite of that is absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to find out more of what is going to come out of working from a place that has got nothing to do with fear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe, comment, and share. You never know who it might help. Until next time, thank you for watching.